So this is the Alpine Slide, and a lot of your folks may have experienced these as a kid somewhere around, and they were concrete troughs, and they may even be able to show you the scar.
Hey, everybody, this is Dwayne from Coastract. I'm here with Ray Lauenstein, and he's with Aquatic Development Group. How are you doing today?
Good, Dwayne. Thanks for having me. I'm doing real well here at IAAPA. So,
What exactly do you do at ADG? And then we'll talk about the things behind you.
my role is in business development, which is a fancy way of saying sales, but my job is to go out and work with customers and help them figure out what will work for their business, whether it's on a mountain or in a water park or a combination of the two.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you have to the left here and where the new installations might be for this year?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have our mountain coaster cart, which is the ride vehicle for our Alpine mountain coasters. And for those of you who haven't been on one, it's a little different than a roller coaster in that it all relies on gravity to get you downhill, but your rider can control their speed. So they're able to work their way in and out of turns at their own pace. There's a max speed on it, and there's some secondary systems here that help prevent people from colliding, since it is a patron-controlled experience. But that's what makes it fun each time, is you can go in and out of turns, different speeds, and play around with that. So you get on at the bottom, you sit in, you get a nice scenic ride uphill because you're pulled up the mountain. Okay. And usually it's about 300 to 400 vertical feet of elevation change on a typical coaster from the bottom to the top. Once you get on top, the coaster releases itself from its uphill haul cable, and down you go into all your features and turns based on gravity. End of the ride, when you come down, you decel into a braking system that uses some of the eddy current systems that a lot of people are familiar with from the bigger coasters, magnetics and things.
And then how many locations right now in the United States?
So we've been at this for about 6 years, and we've got just installed our 7th one, and we're building our 8th in Durango, Colorado at Purgatory Resort, which is sort of in the southwest corner, and they've got one of the steepest sites we've seen yet. So that's going to be a very extreme experience because of how high you are off the ground in certain spots. So there's a lot that goes into a coaster, and the one thing to keep in mind, it's a family ride. We've seen, grandparents as old as their 70s and 80s with a grandchild, so it's a comfortable 2-seat experience and feels safe for everyone.
And then the latest one, you said it just opened up just recently?
Yeah, so Copper just opened up. It was at least permitted, and I believe, so they'll be operating for their Thanksgiving and into Christmas. So one of the things we're able to do with our customers, since we're the only coaster company out there that is both a construction entity and an equipment manufacturer, is we help them through a total project scenario versus just be a ride supplier. So Copper started construction on their coaster track in July, and now they're done. So that was a 4-month window for a 6,000-foot coaster installation through the rugged Rockies, which took a lot of coordination and a lot of different trades who came together, but our construction managers and all those people we have helped tie that together with their people into a nice pathway to success, and now they're ready to make money in a short order.
And then right behind you have a different variation as well. Tell us a little bit about this.
Yeah, so this is the Alpine Slide, and a lot of your folks may have experienced these as a kid somewhere around, and they were concrete troughs, and they may even be able to show you the scar on their elbow from those days. But fortunately, with the new Super Slide, this is smooth fiberglass, high banks. We have speed restrictors and rear wheels so that we have more control in these carts. And so we put a new one in at Camelback Resort in the Poconos, and it pairs well with the mountain coaster next to it for a nice 1-2 experience. Again, this is patron controlled. They control their speed, and we also allow a younger audience member, a younger guest to ride this by themselves than a coaster. So I think if you're 9 years old and above a certain height, you can ride that on your own, which would be different from the mountain coaster where you have to be a little older typically. So it's a nice mix for the younger set as well.
Fantastic. Now, this is one aspect of the business. You're also in the water business. Can you tell us about that and what else you might be into?
Sure. Well, water is really where we got our start as a manufacturer and a construction entity, and we are known as probably the leading design builder of indoor and outdoor water parks in the United States, and arguably. And our equipment systems are sold around the world. We make wave generation systems for not only wave pools, but movie studios, zoos, aquariums, anybody who wants to make action with water. We're good at making waves. It's in the industry. So we're proud of that heritage, and then we've applied that wave making history to our new water rides. We have a purpose-built boogie pool, which is a bodyboarding pool, high, just waves forever, kids with bodyboards. We We have one in Colorado at Highland Hills Water World. Our Adventure Lagoon water ride just won a Brass Ring Award, and that's using a Whibbit floatable obstacle course paired with some other attractions and putting them into a nice clustered setting. That's great. We've also got our breaker project we did recently is Outer Banks H2 OBX. Features some of these rides, including our innovative Twin Tides, which is a dual entry wave pool with no deep water that parents seem to like for the younger set. So it's a really exciting time between our flow rider and our water rides and our general construction, plus Mountainsides. And some of our mountain resorts are looking more at water, with adding a hotel water park to fill their beds in the off seasons. So it's a lot going on for us, but ultimately we make equipment, we design attractions, and we build things.
That's fantastic. Well, we really appreciate your time. Can't wait to see what you have coming up next. We're definitely going to get to some of your water park attractions. We can't wait because some of those look really, really awesome.
Well, yeah. Thanks, Dwayne. It's a pleasure talking to you, and we appreciate your interest in ADG.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Awesome.